is gonna be my, do a little bit of a motor vlog. I haven't done one in a while, so but we are gonna start it off with the whole going over the handlebars properly. My thoughts after riding. I probably put 400 or 500 miles now into using them, so I got like a good opinion on them. So you know, if you're looking into doing them, I can tell you what to look out for and what not to look out for. The first thing I'm gonna say about them is they're fucking awesome. Like, I don't understand. I'm not entirely sure why someone would pay more money for the same thing. I guess these are technically replicas of some other bigger name brand that do the exact same thing, as far as I'm concerned. So I have no issues with them. They're doing exactly what I need them to. The install was a little harder than I thought it would be, just because you have to actually drill the holes, like for all of your attachments on your handlebars. But I guess that makes it easier for them to manufacture and leaves the customization all the way up to you. You could set it up exactly how you want it. I spent about $100 on these. I spent probably $100 on extras and tools and stuff that I needed that I didn't have, but tools don't count. And it's gone well. I have a friend. I had a couple people were commenting on there talking about how they know someone that's done it and they love it and it looks cool, and it's basically they build it, basically the beginning steps of building a Moto 2 765, and it's fucking cool. It's cool to see that. My bars currently aren't as aggressive. I probably will end up changing the angle to be a little bit more aggressive at some point. But right now I'm still messing with it. I haven't really had time to mess with the bars that much. It's gonna be, I'd like to spend a day, changing them and riding with them like that, and then changing them again and seeing what I like the most. But yeah, I have a friend with a 675, an old 675, and it's kind of neat to compare the two. That they sit very similar now. At least this closer than they were. One of the more interesting things that I noticed on this is that, like, having some buddies, you sit on it and they want a quick feel for it or whatever. We've all noticed that this still sits like extraordinarily high compared to the 675 and my buddy's R6 and stuff like that. Like, even though you can make the bars as aggressive as you want all day, the seating height on this makes it a little strange. I think the leaning forward, even if you change the bars to not be that aggressive, because you sit so high, it actually feels more aggressive than it actually should, which I like. That's the whole point of me putting these on there, was to make them feel more aggressive. And it's like one of the best things about riding the bikes is, like, other people. So, like, there's quite a few people out there that get just as much enjoyment as you do out of riding it. They do just, like, seeing it and listening to it and get you to rev it, make it become part of it. Just throwing out good vibes, everyone just fucking, it's just engines, especially the car guys. Yeah, so like I was saying, they're great. Had no issues with them. Seating positions a little more aggressive than I think a lot of people would like. Just because of the height. Like, I find myself when I get going at lights and stuff, to sit in a decently comfortable position, I actually have to, like, scoot back the second I get. Otherwise it feels a little awkward. I have to actually scoot back every time I leave a light. Whereas, like, if I'm riding a regular sport bike, you can stay in the same spot and just still be relatively relaxed. As far as like handling, the bike feels fucking great. It's awesome. It's super weird because obviously I'm not pro racer by any means. I have like very minimal experience on various bikes and stuff. But that being said, I immediately felt a difference between turning into corners on this versus how they did the traditional bars. You could I felt things like I heard people talking about how to ride. I like to listen to people who know how to ride, like listen to them and see what they say about riding and how they ride and their tips and tricks. And you never quite understand it until you feel it. Or at least you feel the difference between, not having your elbows like you don't feel your elbow go in and then your elbows being too high. You're like, what the fuck does that mean? Your elbow's too fucking high. Like, I don't understand how that feels until you feel your elbow being too high and then not being too high. You're like, oh, that feels great. I don't know. I haven't ridden enough sport bikes or anything. I have enough time on them to be able to say, oh, it feels exactly like, don't go, if you've got one of these and you want to go get a sport bike, don't get a sport bike, just set the bars up like this. It's basically the same thing, because I actually don't know what it is. I don't know how close it is. I know it's decently close. It's enough for me. I was looking at getting a sport bike, and now I'm not, because I've got this. Like, I have no need to go and get a more aggressive or sportier bike. I feel like I've got the power that I want. I feel like I've got the sporty vibe that I want. Yeah, some pointy headlights might be nice, but other than that, like the bike's perfect. Like, just going around this corner right here, like, it's just the simplest thing, and it feels, not that the bars before felt bad at all, because obviously they're designed that way and they're supposed to feel that way, and they feel great. But I don't know, it's just something about going around corners with it like this just feels more natural. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I ride. It's probably just the way I ride, and I just don't fully understand it because I don't have enough experience yet. But yeah, a lot of fun. You do need to mess with your throttle positioning and stuff. Like, all of it's all a bit wonky because obviously it's not fully designed like that. So there's gonna be, like right now, my biggest issue I'm running into is, am I gonna have enough space on the bars? When I go full lock, you get this much space, and then full lock on the right, well, it's that much space, right? Which is perfectly doable, and you're never really gonna actually use all of that space. But on a sport bike, you don't need to worry about that, because the bars are designed and the tank's designed, blah blah blah, to work like that. So you have to deal with that a little bit. I may have my switch, like you can see these are facing down a little bit too much versus this side. This actually, I don't really see an issue with this. Like, obviously it'd be nicer if it was pointing more at me, but it's not world ending. It's just a little thing. You do have to, when you drill the holes, it's kind of tedious to set up and drill them correctly, but the good news is there's nothing stopping you from just drilling another hole, realistically. It's like, oh no, I messed up my hole. Let me just spin the bar around a little bit, re-tighten it down, re-drill your hole. So you can, even if I wanted to readjust this, just drill another hole and you go again. So if anyone's looking at this and they hear drilling and they're like, you know what, no, I'm not gonna do it, I promise you, I think it is totally worth it to just go ahead and start doing it. And the drilling is, just take your time, drill some holes. If you fuck it up, drill another hole. There's nothing wrong with that. You can see in the last video of me actually doing it that the holes they need are tiny. And I've actually seen a couple videos of got people doing it with the heated hand grips. They cut almost half the goddamn bar off to be able to get those heated hand grips to work, especially on this side, because when you rotate the throttle, the wires have to be able to move with the throttle. So it's definitely doable for even people that like I saw drilling and was like, oh god, I gotta lock in. You know, I missed a lot of filming because I locked in on it. But at the end of the day, just drill another hole. Don't let that stop you from doing this, because I absolutely think that if you want to be more aggressive on that bike, you don't want to do the whole, you know, you're contemplating buying another bike, do it. It's fucking insanely, it's an insane price for you to get almost a completely different feeling bike. We wanted to touch base on how the bars are going. I should probably update everyone on the... Yeah, I may as well put that in the video too. The issue with being a small YouTuber and wanting to do stuff with cars and bikes and stuff is it all costs money. Like a relatively decent amount of money, right? I spent probably too much, I did spend too much money in one go on the Subi, trying to get it rally ready because I want seat time. And I don't want to spread it out too much to where I'm, you know, I can't get seat time for another 6 months, because then I've just wasted 6 months. So what I've done is I spent a lot of money to get the car into a position where I can start getting seat time. The Subi videos are going to be a lot fewer than the bike stuff. I don't know, I think most people that are on the channel already are here for the bike stuff. Most of my views come from bike stuff anyways. And I kind of assumed that that's kind of the point. And the good thing about the bikes is, for every, you know, while I'm trying to save money to do the bigger stuff on the car and do the track days and stuff like that, the biggest stuff for me is, you know, $200 track day and renting a trailer and blah blah blah. I can do stuff like this on the bike, you know, and I just gotta get better at doing stuff like this on the bike, because I'm pretty bad at I think they say a lot of YouTubers. I actually watched Jigsaw's new video of him talking about, you know, he got his injury and stuff, and how he misses just throwing the helmet on and talking. I've got to get used to that. You know, I've got to get in the habit of doing that. And I struggle with that a little bit, just because I'm awkward. I don't know what to talk about most of the time. But I'll get there. It's not that I don't have stuff to talk about and I don't like talking about it, trust me. I could fucking talk about bikes and cars all day, every day, and never get bored. I would absolutely talk your ear off about it. But it's kind of those things, it's like, no one ever really wants to talk about it that much, so like, you kind of keep it to yourself. But then when I'm doing this, that's like, if someone's watching me talk about it, they're only there to listen to me talk about bikes and stuff. So while I'm talking about bikes and stuff, you have this like, oh no, am I talking too much thought in the back of your head? Or like, either that, or like, I feel like I need to get content out. You know, I don't want to put out shit, but I want to put content out because it's fucking fun and I want to talk about stuff. But then you have to think about what you're going to talk about, and I'm not very good at that either. I'm not much of a... I don't think I'm a yapper. I need to be a yapper. Ooh, Subi. Oh. Yeah, so the Subi stuff's not going to be very often, but I'm going to do as much motorcycle stuff as I can, and I'm not going to just upload to upload. I'm only going to really upload something if I feel like it's worth uploading, because I can't stand just uploading to upload. I hate that. Like, I want to upload stuff I'm actually interested in and passionate about, or whatever. Another thing that comes into it is that I travel and work. Sometimes I'm gone for a day in the week, and then sometimes I'm gone for, like, I come back Friday night at 10 p.m. or something, you know, and then that weekend I'm going to see my parents, or, you know, I'm going to do stuff in town, or just got plans. It doesn't matter what it is. But if I don't, a lot of the times, if I don't have money and I don't have time, I can't get a lot of videos out. And obviously I'm nowhere near, I would love to go full-time YouTube, but that's a like, one day, 10 years from now or something, you know. But realistically, I've got to go to work, I've got to make money, I've got to be able to pay my bills and shit. I'm not going to be able to do that if I just do YouTube all day. So YouTube comes second, and sometimes that's going to be a relatively long time period for release another video. It's just, sometimes there'll be 3 videos back to back, sometimes there won't be a video for a month. It just depends on my situation at the time, but I promise that I absolutely love doing it. I've lived in South Lake area for so long now, and I actually just don't know what's in South Lake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. And then like some shop, apparently there's like some big shopping place. I think I've been there once. Some big shopping place. I went to the Apple store there, but other than that, I just go from the house to the highway and then go into Dallas. Look at all this. I'm really hoping that I can listen to music quietly, but it doesn't come through the microphone. I don't have to skip out on one for the other. What the fuck is all of this? This doesn't look like it's a weekend. This looks like it's completely abandoned. It's kind of a sick spot. I might save this for future videos.